We'll see about tonight. How's it going? Welcome back. Thanks for coming. It's the Hotline show. It is the 55th one. Today is March 23rd, 2025. So much going on. Finally a little warmer, so I've been out there cleaning things up. I did a lot of good work. Worked on the apple trees, and then I had a guy come and clean up all the shit that fell over the winter, spring cleaning. So now that that's out of the way, I'll be able to go to the new property and start working on that soon. And I have some ideas, and we'll see. This is tree number 1. I'm calling it that. Tree number 2. This is tree number 3. This is tree 4. This is tree number 5. Why is this so hard to think of a narrative? What else is going on? Oh, book project. Got a little update on that. Last update for a little while. But as some of you know, I was working on this size for a book. This thickness, this size. Then I was worried about the size of the prints, the photos. Because they're all horizontal on the page. Wouldn't be big enough. So I started thinking about square book, like this Edward Weston book, which I like, but there's something about square on the fence. It's a little corny, maybe, I don't know, but I was liking it, especially in this thickness. I went over to Pablo Delcan's house. He's designing the book, and I showed him, and he was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about square. But then he pulled out this other Edward Weston book, this size, 8 by 10. And this is it. This is the size and the thickness. This is what it's going to be. And it's good. So that's what we're going to do, I think. But I'm positive, I think. Maybe. If you don't know, this is the Hotline show. People call the number. It's in the description below. They leave a message. They ask a question. Usually it's about photography, but it can be about anything. Sometimes it's about plants and home and garden. And that's actually what we're going to talk about today a little bit, including real estate. So if you're here for the photography, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe come back next week or stick around. You never know what's going to happen. We are also doing a Patreon. If you're not there, join up. I'm posting some exclusive content. I posted an unboxing video of an Epson P900 printer, the one back there. I did a whole video. I almost posted it on this channel, but then I decided against it. Maybe I should have, I don't know, but it's on the Patreon now. There's moments that are interesting, maybe. Big scale, human scale. 1 second. Okay, so here it is. Here's the box. Exceed your vision. Epson. Wait a second, hold on. Wait, just got foggy outside. Hold on, we gotta go take a walk. Okay. Fuck, I get so distracted sometimes. Okay, I got a bit distracted there, but we're back. It's a couple hours later. If you do that $20 a month, even just for 1 month, I'll send you one of my work prints of the Lumberland project. But also, now, for a limited time, my dad is offering his book, Bagels Anonymous, signed copies. I'm going to send you one of these. So do that. You'll get one of his books. Kind of a good deal. Listen, the amount of money it costs to ship, give away this stuff, I'm losing money. So if you want to see an adult human person go bankrupt in the year 2025, join my Patreon. Just a couple calls today. Peter from Germany called back. Let's hear from him.
Hello, Noah. Peter from Germany again. Guess what? I broke my auto collarbone while jetting on the runway. Not good. Okay, I'm happy that people like my rap song. I will work on another musical number for the future. Today I will keep it short. I was wondering if you are willing to address the old rumors about being related to Philip Glass. I, for one, would like for you to be related because I like you both very much. Also, with your new recent sticker endeavor, will you bring back the Kalina stickers with the red letters on the black background? They were very cool. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Peter from Germany again. Thank you for calling back. We miss not hearing from you every week. You used to call every week. Peter, you know everything about me. I don't know how, but that's cool. You know, I mean, fan for decades, I guess. But yeah, you're referring to the Philip Glass lookalike. Someone posted that we looked alike in this thing right here. I guess like someone made this meme or something. I mean, I guess we look alike. I think people were saying this because of Carly Commando's song was reminiscent of Philip Glass's music from my everyday video. And then they found this. I mean, yeah, I guess we look alike. But we're not related at all. Just Jewish New Yorkers, I guess. Regarding the stickers, yeah, you know, that's so interesting that you remember the Kalina sticker. This is the original Kalina magazine sticker. I only have like, this might be my only one left. But I started making them on Moo, and I make them in different colors, white, black, or red. And I have been including these red Kalina magazine stickers, which I put on certain things, with the Hotline Show sticker that you get if you join a Patreon. $4, $8, and even that $20 I throw in some of these. It's kind of a good deal. I always do a couple stickers, postcard also, and you know, now throwing in an old Kalina sticker, magazine sticker too. So what a deal if you do it. Also, international people are welcome. I do have international stamps that cost like over $1 each. Like I said, going bankrupt. That's the stuff with the stickers. I'm sorry to hear about your collarbone. That's awful. How did you keep doing? You do it twice? It's crazy. Thanks, Peter. Next caller.
Hi, Noah. It's Brad from First Class again, calling you back with a quick question. Hey, I'm up at my lake house again this weekend, just relaxing, no big deal, I can afford it. I was wondering if where you live, is the real estate market crazy? Right? It's crazy. It's like you don't even get much anymore. Like I bought this lake and I'm like, what? That's it? What's it like where you live? How's the real estate? Let me know. Call me back. Bye.
Brad from First Class. Thanks for calling again. I appreciate it. Real estate, it's crazy now up here, everywhere, obviously. I mean, it depends on where you live, right? Like it's all relative to the location that you're looking. Now, I lived in New York City for a long time. It was always expensive. Like when I was there, you know, relative to the time period that I was existing in it, you know, my rent was a lot. So I also knew that I could never really afford to buy something that I would want to live in when I lived there. I was going to be a renter forever. I don't make a lot of money, and New York City prices are insane. And I want space. I always lived where I worked. So when I was looking for places to live outside the city, upstate New York, which I happen to like, found a place that had like an outbuilding, this old barn that I converted into a studio. And that's why I did it. And it was affordable, you know, relative to the time period that I was in. The market was normal. And I happened to pick a time that it was like maybe the bottom. Got lucky. But, you know, whatever. As time has changed, and I've been trying. I mean, I used to do it in my newsletter. I'd put real estate listings there. I was like, you got to do this. I was doing it pre-pandemic. I was like, these places look great. They're affordable. There's the natural progression of things, not knowing what was going to happen to the world. But I just knew just over time, you're going to have to go somewhere. People, especially in New York City, like Not really going out into Long Island. It got too expensive. Going to come up. This area is about 2 hours from the city, 2.5, depends, traffic, whatever. Just seemed like a good deal. But now, because of how everything is more, it's gotten fucking crazy. And just the other week, my friend who's a real estate agent, might get a job with him. I'm not, but maybe. Who knows? He was a photographer. He listed a 772 square foot house. If you think about that, that's almost with the extension room here. And if I were to make the area over there enclosed, that would be the size of this house for $399,000. And the idea that this is $400,000, that's almost $150,000 more than what this property that I'm on cost when I bought it 12 years ago. Granted, when it comes to this particular property, just to build these things now costs a lot of fucking money. And if you think about it, like just getting the land, let's say the land is 50 grand, clear it to build a house, put the driveway in, trees down, power, septic, just getting it set up. I mean, you're going $150,000 in just before you even start building. So then, that particular house that we just looked at, that easily is going to cost another $200,000 to build. We actually have another call about this that I'm going to play. Andres from Miami.
Hey Noah, what's up, dude? My name is Andres. I've been following you for a while. Right now I'm living in Miami, where I'm from. I used to live in New York for many years, 5 years to be specific. That's when I found your show. I love you. I love your work. But damn, dude, that's crazy. I just saw your Instagram story. You said that property was listed in a bad way because you bought yours for 126K or whatever. Man, I thought your property went for at least 400K. That is truly insane that you got it for $126,000. You got the life, brother. But yeah, I mean, everything these days is way more expensive. I simply cannot believe you got yours for 126K. I mean, I believe you, but I'm just saying it's unbelievable. So good for you, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm paying 5K rent here in New York. Or sorry, I was paying 5K rent in New York. I'm paying $4,500 here in Miami now. Back to my roots. But yeah, all these places are like 5K rent. I just don't have the means to get a mortgage at the moment, but goddamn, brother.
Andres, thank you for that call. Yeah, just so we're clear, and I did post about this on my Instagram story, and I mentioned buying a house for $125,000. That's not where I am now. I bought a second place just around the corner, called it the Lumberland Cabin. I owned it for 2 or 3 years, basically used it as an Airbnb. It was amazing. Here's a couple pictures of it. That was $125,000, which is the last deal in Sullivan County, it was 2016, I think, when I got it. So obviously different time period. It was only like 1,000 square feet, so it was bigger than that other place we looked at, but it was 5 acres, completely secluded land, this incredible driveway, paved driveway that went up a hill and swung around. I mean, just that driveway alone would cost like $50,000, $75,000 to pave now. So it's crazy, and just the land too, because of where it was, you didn't even see it. You had no neighbors. It was a remarkable piece of property that was incredibly affordable. I mean, I ended up selling it right before the pandemic, so I did make a little money on it, but if I would have waited just a little longer, I would have doubled that. These are the things that happen, right? Like you never know. The idea of 5,000 rent or 4,000 rent, I mean, that's essentially what mortgage and all payment to keep all this going costs up here to have all this. Just gotta be lucky, or you know, be the right place, right time, like everything. It's crazy. Just gotta like almost go to the most undesirable locations. And I mean, this is what we do usually. Artists, they find the shittiest places where it's affordable, and then little by little it gets better, and then they can't afford it anymore, and then they have to go live somewhere else and destitute. So Andres, thanks for calling. I appreciate that. Thanks for following for so long. You're a great photographer. Last call, Jake.
Hey Noah, Jake from New York here. First time caller, long time fan. I have 2 questions. The first in reference to your garden. As spring approaches, I'm wondering, to what extent do you come up with a plan for your garden? Or do you just kind of wing it? The second question is, you seem to enjoy plants quite a bit, and they're a big part of your art. I'm wondering, over the years, how has your opinion of plants, or your overarching philosophy towards plants, changed and evolved? All right, thanks. Keep up the good work.
Jake, thanks for that call. Thanks for the question about the garden and plants. First, the garden. I'm no longer the gardener here. It's done by someone else. And she does make a plan. Depends on the years, but it just is one of these things where it depends on how much time and energy and money you want to put into it. And it's complicated. I mean, also it depends on your climate and where you live and what grows well. And it's just a big learning experience, especially if you don't have much experience doing it. I mean, over the years, we've learned that certain things grow better than others. I mean, cucumbers, zucchinis, tomatoes, these are all things that grow really well, like just perfect area for it. What's the plan? Are you trying to eat? I mean, this is one of those things where I see like people, homesteaders, or like people trying to live off the grid or whatever. It's like, you're gonna fucking starve to death. I mean, just went on the most annoying rant about homesteaders, so I'm just gonna cut this part out. Skip ahead 5 minutes. Insane. Like, it's all bullshit. Oh man, there's so much of it. Okay, skip ahead 5 more minutes. Unless they have made it their full-time thing. There's like 3 hours of you talking about homesteaders and how they're all full of shit. This is unhinged. I'm taking it all out. I think to the second part of your question, which is just about like plants, and I was a Long Island boy, suburban, you know, I didn't really know much about my surrounding plants, and there weren't really animals. And then I lived in the city. So the idea of like nature, you know, as much as I loved it, like just because like, you know, love outdoors, like I didn't really get it. And it took many years after moving here, like little by little, just like observing nature, time, just giving it the time. I think it took 3, 4, 5 years before things started like just making sense to me in nature and plants, and really falling in love with just how things grow and how things change. One of the things that got me into plants, a friend of mine gave me a gift when I first moved in here, this sort of dish of succulents. And she like made this little pot of plants, and she gave it to me, and I was, thanks, you know, like, but what, you know, it's just plants. And I sort of neglected it and just had it sit somewhere. It survived, but, you know, and then one day I looked at it, and there was a jade in there, and it had started to get like that hard casing around the stem. And I was like, wow, it didn't always look like this. Jades are great because they do thrive on neglect, so you can completely ignore them, and somehow this thing survived for years and just became this like incredible plant. And after that, I was like, wow, maybe I need to start paying attention to these things more. Talking about the garden made me think about the garden. So I was looking through my archive and I found this old video. I mean, there's so many old videos, but like this must be the original year or maybe 1 year in. This is like everything looking pristine. Person we bought this property from was like sort of a genius. Everything was perfect. And I have since sort of like messed everything up a little bit. Sometimes I feel bad, like how oblivious I was to all of the amazing things that were around me. And I was thinking about this and like the beauty in which I live in and how beautiful things are. And I was thinking how sad it is that we even had to call it beautiful. Like it just is. Like it's only beautiful because we know what ugly things are. It's sad that we often live in places that aren't that. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, Jake, thank you for that call. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Let me grab this plant. Look at this. This is the jade that started my whole like fascination with jade plants specifically, but just plants in general. And this thick stem like around it, it's like it created bark. I almost killed it because with jades grow like weeds in California. It's funny, I've been to LA and you just see them growing on the side of the road. But here, if you don't take them in the winter, the stems actually freeze. The liquid, the water inside freezes, and then when it thaws, it just completely breaks apart and rots, and it actually smells really bad. And one day I left this jade in here in the winter, overnight, just sitting actually right here on this table. And I came in and it got so cold outside, it froze in here, and I almost killed it. And it was like, still feel bad about it to this day. But it's mostly okay, and I have tons of different jade plants now. That's just the jade. There it is, you know. But yeah, that was the Hotline show. Thank you so much for calling, watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Do the stuff. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, call the hotline. It can be about anything. How about call and complain? Just tell me your complaints. You don't even have to leave your name. Just tell me what's wrong. And if you join that Patreon, depends on the level, but I'll send you a hotline sticker. And there's fun stuff on that Patreon. And we chat. There's a chat. So that's it. I'll see you next week. Maybe.